welcome. My name is Dejinair, and I'm just answering a few questions in response to the announcement from the budget. And the first one is about the stamp duty. The good news is there is now an extension of the deadline. Previously, the deadline was supposed to be the 31st of December, but it's now been extended to 30th of June. That means any property up to 500,000, there's a stamp duty free on that. From July to September, that would be reduced to 250. So any property worth 250, there wouldn't be stamp duty on that as well. But remember, I've done a previous video. Remember that this only applies to first-time buyers or first-time mover, as far as you're not keeping your previous home. So for anyone buying the second property, second home or buy-to-let, the 3% surcharge still applies. That means you pay 3% across board for up to 500. The good news about that as well is at the moment you can save up to 15,000 if you're buying a second property at 500k. So that's the important thing. From November, we would return back to the standard stamp duty. That means from 0 to 125, there wouldn't be any charge, but any property above 125, starting from the end of the stamp duty holiday, would go back to 2%. If you want to learn more about that, I've done a detailed video that describes the different level of stamp duty you need to pay. So that's the first question, and that's just a quick response on that. If you're not clear, the simple thing is, if you are in the process of buying the property, you have up till June to use your 500 stamp duty allowance, and up to September to use up to 250 stamp duty allowance. So the second major announcement, it's about the government 95% loan to value guarantee, where the government will be giving guarantee to lenders to be able to allow them to borrow applicants 95% loan to value. So what that means to a lot of people is they would be able to put down a little less deposit compared to the 10% that most lenders would ask for now. So that's 5% deposit would be what is required for a property. But the maximum you can go on that is up to 600,000. Let's remember, this would not apply only to new build. So this will be also for non-new build. So that's a good news. Remember, for new builds, we have the Help to Buy scheme, which is slightly different. But I will just explain how the 95% loan to value might be an issue. So for people that would gain from that, one thing they need to bear in mind is the interest rate on 95% loan to value is usually higher. So that means they need to work that into their affordability as well. So while they are putting down low deposit, the truth about that is the interest rate will be higher compared to if people in a similar situation that are buying a new build that the government is putting 20% equity in and they are only bringing 5%. They will be able to get their mortgage based on 75% loan to value, as against in this situation with a guarantee you'll be getting 95% loan to value. So that's the key thing to bear in mind, and you might wonder which might be the best option for you. So if you're buying a new build, so the only solution will be based on the Help to Buy, and that's strictly for new build. And from December, it's only applied to new build. So you can use it if you're buying if you're buying another property. So that's the key thing. And to also remember, if you are a first-time buyer and you have the option either to buy new or to buy old, then you might want to consider what's the best option for you. And the best thing you can do is to speak to a mortgage advisor to help you to work out what's the scenario for you, so that you can understand what is the implication going to mean in the deposit you're putting down and the monthly payments you need to think about. So that's quite an important thing. If you need any help, if you have any further questions, I'm happy to take your questions and you can reach out to me. Hope that's been useful. Those are 2 quick responses based on questions I've been getting, because a lot of people are not clear what is the situation with the stamp duty and what's the situation with the 95% guarantee loan to value the government is provided. Thank you very much, and I'll see you on the other videos. Bye. Deji Nayar.